friend. I'm Dr. Martin Lucina, professor of occult studies, University of California, Bodega Bay, and author of the best-selling book Pentagramma, The Language of Lucifer. So you can take it on good authority when I warn you regarding the film you're about to see. Yes, the fated assemblage of Dr. Malvagio is fiction, but it is not rooted in fiction. Demons, witchcraft, and ritual sacrifices are all too real. Yes, I know, and to take it any other way is a grave mistake. I made that mistake when I was young. It almost cost me my life. Yes, that's why I've devoted my career to the study of the supernatural. And the more I learn about this evil realm, the more that I have fright and fear in my heart. And you will too. Yes, because devil worship knows no demographic. It don't. It could be anyone. It could be your teachers, your neighbors, your friends. It could be your loved ones. It could be someone near you right now, this very moment. Well, those devils love to pull that one off. That's why you must never let your guard down. Yes, or your sense of suspicion or distrust of everyone you know, because it just might save your life. Thank you, and God bless.
Hello, friends. It's morning in America, and it's going to be a blessed day. Like my old Meemaw used to say, the good Lord didn't make any bad days, but there are bad things a-coming and bad things a-doing. So let us meet those bad things and pray the day away. Pray with me. Pray the day away. Pray with me now. Are you praying? Yes. Pray with me now.
Satan, your kingdom must come down. Satan, your kingdom must come down. I heard the voice of Jesus say, Satan, your kingdom must come down.
Bad is a-coming, my friends. Oh, bad is a-coming.
Gonna pray until they tear your kingdom down. Gonna pray until they tear your kingdom down. I heard the voice of Jesus say, Satan, your kingdom must come down.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is coming with great wrath, for he knoweth he has but a short time.
Gonna shout till they tear your kingdom down. Gonna shout until they tear your kingdom down. I heard the voice of Jesus say, Satan, your kingdom must come down.
It's troubling times we live in. Oh, troubling times indeed. Folks today don't have respect of God. And the liberals in the government has made a mockery of God's law. But what can we do about this? It is reminiscent of the parable of the squib. Where Jesus...
Well, here, listen, Donnie. I'm tired of listening to your excuses. You're supposed to help me, not to fuck me. Now, listen here. Here's what we're going to do. Now, shut up, Donnie. Everything you do turns to shit.
Can we stand up to the godlessness that rules over us today? Can we do it? We must do it. We must do it. We must do it.
Well, you just tell that son of a bitch that the biggest name in the God business since Billy Graham answers to no one. You got that? Yeah, well, God bless you too.
Once the seven seals have been broken.
Huh? Huh. Ooh. Ah.
Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh. God. Oh. Oh. No.
That's less one.
Okay, ladies, you heard the man. Pack your gear. Joe Dix waits for no woman.
Yeah! Woo! Bellow waits for no woman either. They always come straight into these arms, seeking comfort. Always. Do you like what you see? Bellow likes what he sees. You want to know a secret? Bellow always gets what Bellow likes.
Don't tell me that number actually works on girls.
Not just the girls, sweetheart. Everybody. Isn't that right, Joe?
Sorry, but I'm already spoken for.
Well, Bellow doesn't hear any objections.
I object.
Overruled.
Sustained. But it looks like your entourage is more than capable of stroking your ego.
Fine. Bellow knows when he's been beaten. But it's gonna take a time when you need a big, strong man to come into your life to protect you. It's a dangerous world out there, and with this one.
That'll be 200.
Joe. If you want to put this money to good use, just ask Bellow. We'll recommend a good personal trainer. Come on, ladies.
How long before I can have photos, Carlo?
The quickest turnaround will be 12 hours.
Get them to me in 10.
Oh my goodness. What in the world are they up to now? I don't understand people like that.
What? I think you handled him pretty well.
Well, at least one of us did. I can't believe you put up with him.
Oh, come on. He's harmless. It's just Bellow being Bellow. He may be a jerk, but it's good money.
Since when are you so desperate for cash?
Me? You were the one talking about getting married and buying a place. Last time I checked, that takes money.
Well, I thought you were getting a raise.
Yeah, so did I. Mr. Argento said the photo department's capped out. And there's no other open positions. What more do you want me to do?
That's not what this is about.
Look, Julie, I'm sorry.
It's not the money that frustrates me, Carlo. It's the fact that you're probably selling yourself short just to make a couple of bucks.
I know, it's just I'm tired of going around town shooting whatever bullshit they want me to. And who gets the credit? The fucking reporters. I just need a shot, that's all.
Easy, Tiger.
I know, it's just one opportunity, one chance. That's all it's gonna take, and no more darkroom.
Just be patient. Things always change. And for what it's worth, I think your pictures are really pretty.
You like what you see, huh?
I do, and Julia always gets what Julia wants.
Does this work on guys?
Not just guys. Everybody.
Sexy, yeah. Sexy beast. Man beast. Mwah. Lightweight. Huh? Huh? Anybody there? Rasa. Rasa.
So what time are we supposed to be at your dad's tonight?
6? I think Dad's grilling out.
2 cooked meals in one day? I gotta get used to this.
Well, why don't you get used to going to the grocery too sometimes, because I just barely manage this breakfast.
Maybe we should get a place of our own. Try the whole living together thing before making it permanent?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
In case you haven't noticed, my dad's a little on the old-fashioned side, and I can only imagine the lecture we would get if we tried that.
So your dad still thinks you're a... You're kidding. Oh, that's sweet.
It's so cute he still thinks that.
Hello? Yeah, he's here. Work.
Hello? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's going on? Who? Oh shit, what happened? Yeah, I'll be right in. Bye.
What's up? What happened?
Bellow's dead.
How?
He found his body in his gym. His throat had been crushed and his arms were slashed to pieces. Whoever did it really wanted him dead.
Jesus, I kind of feel bad now.
Tell me about it. They called me in early. Mr. Gentro wants to get right on it. I doubt Bellow thought the first thing his publicity photos would be used for are his obits. You're not hungry?
I've lost my appetite.
Apart from Muncie's injury, we've got a couple of baseball signings and the usual stats.
Thank you, Mr. Lindsay. Mr. Avanti.
Got a local artist, Yvonne Sedici, opening an exhibition this weekend. Captain Fangaroo interview. Oh, and Doppelhammer's playing this weekend, so we'd like to get a few shots at the concert for a Scene Crasher spread.
Long time no see, Carlo. What brings you out of your little photo cave?
Got some things I'd like to show Mr. Martino.
Well, he's in a meeting with Mr. Gentro and the Wiseman, but let's see if I can sneak you in.
A lot of business leaders along Northwest Parkway are planning on speaking to proposition hearing tonight. Once we hear what they have to say, we'll know how we can proceed.
Excellent, excellent. Top drawer. Now then, money, money, money. How's the second quarter coming, Mr. Ponte?
Well, advertising revenue's up 4% from the first quarter, and that does account for the price restructure. However, we're down 2.3% overall, and...
Hold on. Yes, Rosemary?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Gentro, but Carlo said he needed to speak with Mr. Martino.
We're in a meeting, Carlo. Just leave those shots with Rosemary, and I'll take care of them.
That's what I want to talk to you about. I've got something weird you might want to take a look at.
Weird? What do you mean by weird?
Mr. Ross, what have you got for us?
Well, I was developing these photos of Bellow B, and I noticed something. He has a tattoo on his wrist. Here's an enlargement.
We'll assume that there is more to this than that, right?
Yeah, I felt like there was something else to it. I couldn't place what it was. Then it hit me. Look.
All I see here is a photograph that no man in his right mind would publish in a newspaper.
How in the hell did you swing that?
I just flirted with the girl at the door. I didn't tell her who I was with. She didn't ask.
Pretty slick. I like this kid.
Clever tactic. Wrong subject.
Chiron's wrist. He also has a tattoo. A Roman numeral 1. 1, 2. It's got to be more than just a coincidence.
So you thought it would make a good lead?
Yeah.
Look, Carlo, do you know how many times a day my staff and I get calls? They're all crackpot shit. Every so often you get a gold nugget. Most of the time it's utter nonsense. What was the thing last fall about the aliens running the government?
That's right. Aliens running the government.
Mr. Ross, I think what Mr. Martino is trying to say is that this is an astute observation. Very, very interesting, but also very coincidental. And we don't print coincidence.
Exactly.
Mrs. Gentro, look, surely you can't just think.
What I think takes a backseat to what I want to tell the public to think. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the idea of some sort of serial murders as much as the next man. That's the type of stuff that gets people worked up, and fear sells papers. Would you agree?
Crime, recession, you name it.
Recession, nothing. Nothing sells papers. Like a good war.
But in these situations, there's a very fine line between printing fact and printing fiction. And unless we have more to go on than these, then we'd be printing assumptions at best.
And the lawyers have another name for that. They call it slander.
Now, don't take it to heart, Mr. Ross. It was a good observation, but if there's one thing I've learned after being in this business for over 30 years, it's that 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2. Let me explain. 1 + 1 usually equals just that. Look at it, 1 + 1. Correlational isn't the same as causational, as my predecessor used to say.
What if I just investigate a little on my own? Maybe I'll come up with something substantial.
You want to go ahead and bark your tail up a tree? You knock yourself out.
Mr. Ross, may I make a suggestion? Make taking photos your priority, because that's what I pay you to do. That's your job. Mr. Avati, did you have an assignment for him?
Yeah, I'll need you to snap some shots for an art exhibition tomorrow morning. There's the concert later in the week and a few other things. I'll touch base with you later if you need to get back to your desk.
And bring me some shots I can use.
So I figured it's got to be more than just coincidence. I mean, what are the odds?
I'm no mathematician, but I would say that the odds would be pretty remote. Even though I hate newsmen, your editor is right about one thing. A single swallow does not make a whole summer. You know, every man spends a lifetime trying to be a unique individual, but in Indians have no different from his brother. All strangers share a connection. The important question I always ask in these situations is there substance behind those connections?
I don't know. That's why I brought him to you.
Dad, do you think he should take him to the police?
The police deal in uncertainties less than the newspapers do. I mean, you could take it to them, but their reactions would likely be the same as your superiors. I suppose that a cop isn't that far separated from a reporter. The main difference just being the lawmen tend to use facts to tidy things up, whereas reporters use them to make a mess. Is it the other way around? I get confused sometimes. What do you think?
I think I will let you two boys bond over your photos, and I'll take your plates.
What exactly do you want me to do with these? Doubt you brought them to me for my amusement.
I'd like to find out if there's something more to them. I realize I could be going through all this work for nothing, but my gut just tells me there's something more to it. How do you feel?
My gut doesn't tell me anything. You know, I lost the stomach for this kind of work years ago. If I hadn't, I'd still be working in the homicide department. But do I admit that if I were still working, would these photos pique my interest?
I figured I'd start with the obvious, the tattoos. Maybe find the artist that did them.
Good luck. That could be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I realized that. Went to almost a dozen shops earlier. I've got a couple more I'd like to check out after I leave here.
In that case, be careful.
I will. I'm not going to the bad part of town.
That's not what I meant. A thing like this has potential for greater danger.
Like what?
Obsession. It's more dangerous than any criminal, or disorienting than any drug. Just like a drug, it can derail your life or your career. It can make you see links in a chain that didn't even exist. Come to conclusions that aren't even meant to be conceived. The real world isn't like the movies, Carlo. There's no serial killer linking two murders. No vast conspiracy or elaborate plot, or it's just desperate people doing desperate things. Furthermore, the good guy typically doesn't win. At any point, should you realize that you're contemplating things that are just too far out to believe, step back and take a look. Because that's when you're really in danger.
Excuse me, are you Thrak?
Do I have an appointment with you?
No, I've got some pictures. I've heard you know most artists in town. I was just wondering if you could tell me who they are?
If they're any good, I do.
Well, what about these? You know them?
Yeah, I know them. I know a lot about them, man.
Can you tell me who did them?
50.
What?
$50.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I did those.
You did? When? Who for?
Shit, man, I don't know. That was a long time ago. I don't remember a whole lot, man. I hit ski slopes a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, brain doesn't exactly work right. I don't know, there's several.
Several? How many? And how long ago?
Thrak, you gotta focus. I'm gonna be late getting to my girl.
Shut up, bitch. Who's driving this bus? I don't know, man. Some old guy, like, paid me a bunch of money to come out to his place in the sticks and do a bunch of bullshit tattoos on people. It's really fucking weird.
You wouldn't happen to have the address, would you?
Yeah, I got the address, man. When somebody pays me a lot of money, come to their house and do tattoos, you know, I'm gonna remember, because then maybe they'll do it again.
Can I get the address?
He paid me a lot of money. A whole lot of money.
Hello, have I reached Brian Palmer? Hi, my name's Carlo Ross. I'm calling about the place off Highway 2046. Yeah, that's it. I was wondering if I could swing by sometime today to see it. Maybe around lunchtime? I just have a couple things I need to do first.
This is bullshit.
What's it, Yvonne? Please be telling me, and I shall be making the pain wash away.
You got shit in your ears, Mario? It's all the goddamn construction. That uppity bitch, Madame Fulci, will be here within 24 hours. And they're making such a damn racket I can't hear myself think. How the hell am I supposed to finalize a theme?
Ask and you shall receive, my dear. Ask and you shall receive. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Hello, please. Hello, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm wanting you to know that everything you are doing here, it is wrong. The universe, it is feelings with much disarray. Clusters with nebula and debris, but once in a great while, through the darkness, a star is born. That star shines with such brilliance that it dispels all the darknesses within. But the conditions must be right. The conditions must be right. Do you follow?
The hell are you talking about?
Oh, this is the living part. Lunch breaks. My sawdust-ridden friend. Do you take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that.
We do lunch.
Bring on with you. And please be taking some of these foul noise power tools with you.
Oh, what an idiot.
He must be the smartest dumb person I know.
I know, my dear, I know. The Brutus is gone.
Ugh.
What a colloquy that was. I fear to be stricken with the blue cholera. Rest assured, you are now free to rearrange your exhibition to ensure that Madame Fulci and Jordi Righetti can give your workings the proper appreciations that they so deserve.
Excuse me, Miss Sedici?
Jesus, it never ends.
My boy! My boy, I'm having the foggiest sense of who you are, but you're having the cruelest sense of timing. How can you disturb the sanctity?
Actually, I'm from the newspaper here to take some pictures to go with the announcement for the exhibition.
Ah, Yvonne dear, we have a new sound in your midst, coming to snapping your fair countenance for the publication.
Ease up, Mario. My ass doesn't need so much kissing. So how long is this gonna take? Hello?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, is this gonna take all day? I've got a lot of shit to finalize before tomorrow.
No, it should just take a few minutes.
I can see why they send you to take the photos. Your conversation skills leave something to be desired.
Actually, I did have a couple questions for the paper.
Shoot.
Did you know Bellow B?
What did you ask me?
Bellow B, the male model who was just murdered. We're doing a story about him in the paper, and I'm trying to get some quotes from people in the arts industry.
And what paper was that you said you worked for again?
The Fairfax Tribune?
I think you need to go.
I just need a couple more shots.
I said you need to leave. Now.
Yvonne dear, what is the matter?
Mario, get this asshole out of here.
I'm afraid you must go now, sir. Please, please go. Yes, yes. Please, keep going. Go. Yes, please go. Do you not know who she is? She is Yvonne Siddiqui. You are like the buzzing of flies to her.
So I guess we should start with the important question. What exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for a starter home?
Me and my girlfriend are talking about getting married, so I'm just looking into a home for us.
Oh, congratulations. This property might be big for just a couple, but the price sure is right. Of course, I don't know about raising kids here.
What do you mean?
Look, I'll be honest with you. There's some pretty spooky stuff that comes with the house. I forgot to mention it earlier, but it's come back to bite me in the butt the last couple times I tried closing on it, so just consider yourself warned.
What kind of spooky stuff?
The house was built before the turn of the century. We've managed to spruce it up a bit to help it sell, but the thing still needs work. It's been unoccupied for several years now.
Who owns it now?
The bank. And who before them is beyond me. Rumor has it there was a cult of devil worshippers here in the 70s, but that's probably just a rumor. Here, come with me if you want to see something really cool. This is an old spring house from before the Civil War, the oldest of its kind around. Scary thing is, the family that built it was massacred by Southern troops to cut it off from the north. Lynched them, right up in these trees, they say. Even killed a 4-year-old boy.
Jesus.
And we're on the edge of Echo Hills, too, which has its fair share of creepy stories. If you didn't know any better, you'd think there was a curse to the place.
So I guess it's all the urban legends that keep it from selling?
Yes and no. The kicker seems to be the cemetery.
It has a cemetery?
Sure does. Beats the hell out of a swimming pool. It's around back. I'll tell you what. Let me walk in and call the office. We'll see if we can't make you an offer you can't refuse.
Do you mind if I look around a little bit?
Help yourself. Spooky, isn't it? Ha! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just got off the phone with my boss. I think you're gonna like what we managed to do with the price.
I'll think about it.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I didn't even get to tell you the price.
So what do you think?
It's not Latin or Greek. Something older, perhaps. Emilius.
Emilius? Is that a language?
No, Emilius is a man. My sage on the mountain.
I take it he's an expert in languages?
Emilius is an expert in a little bit of everything. Or at least he used to be. The old boy had a stroke. The clockwork doesn't work quite like it used to. But this tends to get the gears running. Follow his lead. Be forthright about the first one, but not the second, and that'll get him past its warden. And with luck, some information.
Warden? Is he in prison?
No, that's just what he calls his nurse. She keeps a pretty tight leash on him. Here's his information. Emilius may tell you you're on a wild goose chase, but he'll appreciate the company all the same.
Thanks, but I think it's a little more than a wild goose chase now.
What makes you say that?
Oh, here. I found this photo on the grave. That's Reverend Caliano, and that's Bellow B, and that's Yvonne Sidici. She's the one with the Roman numeral 3 on her wrist that I told you about. 1, 2, 3. Now if I can just figure out how the other ones come into play, I'd really be onto something.
Carlo.
Yes, sir?
You love my daughter.
What?
You love Julia.
Of course.
Then drop this right now and let the police deal with it.
But why?
I don't know if you're looking for a rational answer. I don't have one. Something about this just seems wrong. Almost as if it were no chance that you found this photo. And no chance that you brought it to me. Somehow just looking at it makes me frightened for Julia, and I can't explain it.
But yesterday you said not to put faith in coincidence.
I also said that my gut doesn't tell me anything anymore, too. But instinct is a funny thing. You don't choose when it comes or what it tells you. The only choice you have is whether or not you listen to it. A lesson I learned the hard way.
What happened?
It was before you knew Julia, before I retired. Do you remember the little Mather girl that went missing?
Yeah, that happened right when I started working at the paper. It was Halloween night, wasn't it?
That's the one. Edwina Mather. Her mother was out trick-or-treating with her. Turned around for a moment, she was gone. When we found her 2 weeks later, she was still in her costume. Alice in Wonderland. I wouldn't have known had her mother not told me. You'd think she was an autopsy gone wrong. Most of her organs were missing.
Who did it? I don't remember.
Nor should you. It's still unsolved. The killer's still out there. I passed off my obsession onto someone else. For me, it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I think it was her smile. She was grinning ear to ear, eyes wide open, like it was Christmas morning, with the rest of her body cut up like a frog in a science class. I mention this because the last time my instinct spoke to me with such clarity was before I retired. Somehow I sensed that leaving behind one loose end would come back to haunt me. But I did it anyway. After that, the feeling never returned. Until now. Only this time it's telling me just the opposite. That you should let this go. That's why I asked you if you loved Julia. I needed to know this before I could trust you, before I could give her to you. And you can gain that trust by listening to me as I neglected to listen to myself. Let this go.
Yes, sir.
May I help you?
Hi, my name's Carlo Ross. I was hoping to speak with Amelis for a few minutes.
Who sent you?
No one sent me. I'm a friend of Jim Tanner's. I was just hoping.
Tanner. Tanner, let him in. Get out of the way. Let him in. This is a friend of Jim's.
It's time for bed, not for friends.
Don't speak to me as if I were a child. Yeah, and don't be discourteous to my friend. Come on, big young man. Come in. Don't mind her. Sit down, my friend. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive my warden. She's wound a little tight because it's been quite some time since her scrubs were laundered.
Why, you little...
company?
Friend of Tanner's, huh? Well, what did he ask you to smuggle in this time?
Here we go. It's the pat down now. Don't be fooled, my friend. She's no Florence Nightingale. She's got hands like blocks of ice and a butcher's touch. It's more like a tomb than a home. And yonder lurks the keeper of the crypt.
Are you quite finished?
No, I've just gotten started. Yes. I'll give the old battle axe what she wants.
Well, you boys have fun. You can collect your contraband when you leave, Mr. Ross.
Okay, quickly, before she comes back. Quickly. Ah, yes. Oh, I knew Jim wouldn't forget. Oh, that's good. Smash it. Now, you did pretty good, kid, for your first bout with the warden. That's Carlos?
Carlo Ross, yes, sir.
Yeah, how do you know my good friend Jim? You work together?
No, sir, I'm not a policeman. I work at a newspaper, although I'm dating his daughter, Julia.
Julia. Oh, the fair creature, Julia. Oh, she's... You know, there are a lot of fish in the sea, but that's one catch that any man would be proud to mount over his mantle, right? Yeah. Well, Carlo from the newspaper, what story you want old Emilius's help with?
I was hoping you could help me with this.
Oh, you're gonna force me to put my glasses on. They make me look like an old woman. See what I mean?
Not at all.
Yeah. Enochian. That's the language of the angels. Did you know that? 16th century.
So you know it.
Ah, there are very few languages I don't know.
So do you think you can translate what it says?
Well, it's been a while. But let me see here. Yes, it reads, 6 fools you seek, 6 fools you find, 6 to leave their faith behind. Once their souls are wholly mine, they shall be sacrificed by design. The first a prophet, fallen from grace. The second, an idol, the envy of his race. The third, a visionary with the power to create. The fourth, a minstrel, developed too late. The fifth, a filth, wretch of the night. The sixth, a wise man, martyred for his light. Crazed, confused, bring sacrifice last, refuting the truth, redeeming the past. His victim shall be one free from sin, for my earthly reign to begin. A virgin pure, a sacrifice 7. Bring this forth, and bring down heaven.
What the hell?
Yeah, oh, well, what the hell, indeed, yeah. Where did you find this?
I found it in a graveyard, along with this.
Oh, ho! Now it all makes sense. Malvagio.
Malvagio?
Dr. Malvagio. Doctor of what? Beyond me. He is a cult figure, quite underground, but also quite prominent. Quite a few years ago, he made a big splash by claiming to have found the way to open the gates of hell. Perhaps that parchment is the way.
Where would I find this Dr. Malvagio?
Who knows? Like any has-been, any flash in the pan. It's gone in a puff of smoke. A poof.
You don't really believe all this could happen, do you?
What Malvagio believes, I think, is more important. Don't you agree?
And these other 6, are they members of his cult as well?
Perhaps, but perhaps they're victims. If the latter is the case, my friend, I tell you this, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Malvagio was a driven man. He'd stop at nothing to see his plans through.
Is there anyone there? Who's there? Oh, it's just you. You know you scared the shit out of me, right?
Friends, please. My dear Madame Fulci, may I preface this exhibition by saying that Miss Siddiqui's latest series is nothing short of dynamic. A mellifluous fusion of lightness and heft, agility and brawn. To label it as a mere exhibition is an injustice, for it is truly an exaltation of what I...
My God! Hold me, Jordy. I'm dizzy. Finally, someone has put up an exhibition with some bloody originality.
I agree. Her work inspire words within me. Colors bold, subtle, vibrant, contrast, stark, gentle, hue, scale, grand. Summation? Acceptable.
Yes, but though I'm not familiar with this particular work. She did say she wanted to try something new, and this is not unusual for her to pull out an entire body of work in a single night. And that is why I'm feeling that she's one of the most brilliant artists in the city. Because few artists throw themselves into the work as Yvonne does.
Where is this prodigy? I'm anxious to meet her.
No doubt she is buried in her work somewhere. Let me go find her first. Yvonne! Yvonne!
I see torment and anguish, a soul crying out in pain.
I concur. The emotion on display here cuts straight to the core.
Yvonne? Yvonne? Come on, wherever you are. Yvonne?
And these colors really flesh out a humanistic quality. What medium is this?
I don't know. It smells organic.
What the hell is going on in this town?
Damned if I know, Chief. You ever seen anything like this before?
I've never heard of anything like this before. When did this happen?
Hey, Dallas, what time we got?
About 10 p.m., give or take. Now, I won't know anything for sure until I get her in the lab, but still, come check this shit out. Whoever did it left us quite the puzzle.
I'm gonna get some air.
I don't blame you.
Now take a gander at this, Chief. Looks like we got ourselves lucky lady number 3 in our ongoing series.
Any witnesses?
No, looks like her agent was the last person to see her alive.
He didn't have any insight on who might have done this.
No, he was still pretty hysterical when Paul and I saw him. About the only thing he did mention was something about some old photographer from the paper upsetting her.
You guys talking about the photographer?
Yep.
He's outside, asking to come in.
Oh, this is awfully convenient. Let's go chat with him.
Hey, buddy. What you say your name was again?
Carlo Ross, sir.
Carlo, I'm Paul Cavara, and this is my partner, Dallas Kidd, and our supervisor, Don Scarlatti.
Mr. Ross, indulge me by answering the obvious question. Why are you here?
I just had a couple questions for Miss Adichie for the paper. I realize now this must make me look a little guilty.
Why is that?
You know, the whole returning to the scene of the crime thing.
Hate to break it to you, buddy, but that shit only happens in the movies.
What did you want to say?
To whom?
The deceased.
I just had a couple questions about some of the pieces I photographed yesterday.
You sure that's all you wanted?
What do you mean?
For acting like it was an emergency.
I think what Paul means is that if there's anything you think we ought to know, now would be the time to say something.
I had a feeling she was going to be killed. I just wanted to warn her.
How did you know?
I work with a lot of photos of the paper. And in the Kaelin and Bellow cases, I noticed that Reverend Kaelin had a 1 tattooed on his wrist, and Bellow had a 2. So yesterday, when I saw Miss Adichie had a 3, I just assumed. Wait, did you already know?
Sure, because when we took in Bellow and found the 2, it didn't take long to put 1 and 1 together.
If you guys know, why doesn't the public know?
You don't catch a killer by advertising it to the world.
But Yvonne would still be alive if you had.
Excuse me? Correct me if I'm mistaken, but you're the one who knew about her predicament before we did.
Yeah, you fucked up, buddy.
You fucked up good.
Look, I'm sorry, Officer Scolati. Yesterday I didn't know for sure. It was just a
hunch. I know, but we can't get away with that type of thinking like the newspapers can. If we did, the public would crucify us. So we have to bide our time. Wait till the moment is right. But the moment will never come if you spread the game plan across the front pages. Do you understand?
Yeah, sorry. Why don't we just collaborate? I share with you everything I find, and you can just tell me what you know.
Shit don't work that way, buddy.
Mr. Ross, you've heard the expression shit rolls downhill, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, information is the same. It's not my job to keep you informed, nor will it ever be. No disrespect. Now, at this juncture, work is inside. Unless you have something to add.
Not at this time.
Very well. Should that change, here's my card. We may need to talk to you again in the coming days, so don't leave town.
Wait, does this mean I'm a suspect?
Shit rolls downhill. Do you understand that, Carlo?
Yeah, I got it.
Well, you know what you don't understand? You don't understand that this involves somebody besides just you. Is that your shit is causing repercussions and problems for me. Now that's a problem for you, because my phone is ringing off the hook. I'm hearing about this woman from her agent. I'm hearing about it from the police. I don't think you're stupid enough to be a serial killer, but you're definitely stupid enough to get involved in some shit that you can't handle.
I know, I didn't.
I am tired of taking shit from Gentro because of you. You didn't think? You didn't do your fucking job. You know what your job is?
Yeah.
Your job is to take photographs. You're a photographer. It doesn't matter what you meant to do or what you didn't mean to do, because you are asshole deep in this shit.
Fucking cokeheads.
You're a photographer. Do it. That's what you do. Give me that shit. Do your fucking job. Take photographs. Do it. Do your fucking job. Can you handle that? Don't maybe come down here again.
Since when are you a Doppelhammer fan?
I'm not. It's just some bullshit I'm reduced to.
Hey, I'm on your side, remember?
I know. Just tired of documenting other people's accomplishments and not having to show for my own.
You don't have to impress me. I've told you that.
I know. It's just ever since all this started, I have this thing pushing me forward, and I just have to see it through to the end. It's not just me, it's your dad, too. He got a similar vibe, though his was a little more hesitant.
Hey, be easy on my dad. Retirement's been really hard for him.
I'm sorry. I'm just tired of people always telling me what I can't do, and I just want to prove to them what I can.
You know what you need?
What?
Some tequila.
Tequila?
Yeah. I'm gonna be a real good girlfriend. I'm gonna get you stinking drunk. We're gonna listen to some awesome death metal. Doppelhammer's the shit.
They look kind of goofy if you ask me.
Well, they're a blast. Check them out. When they play on stage, they dress up like demons. And this is their singer, Johnny Doublespeak. He has a parasitic twin called Astaroth on his side. It's essentially a big tumor, but he claims that when he goes on stage, the Astaroth takes over his mind, like a split personality sort of thing.
I don't know. Sounds kind of cheesy. I have to go for work, but I don't really like death metal. It's just a bunch of guys screaming into a microphone.
I have one word for that logic.
What's that?
Dumb.
Very funny. Let me grab my camera and we'll go.
Alright. Carlo, is this the photo you were telling me about?
Yeah. That's Malvagio. Those victims 1, 2, and 3. As far as I can tell, the other 3 are alive. I just have to find out who they are and get to them before Malvagio does.
But we know who one of them is now. Look.
Holy shit.
That's Johnny Doublespeak. I mean, he doesn't have his stage makeup on, but that's definitely him.
You know what this means, don't you?
We're gonna raise some hell tonight.
Why did you make me do it? I haven't slept a wink since. We had no choice and you knew it. Killing Yvonne was part of the deal. Now we're set for life.
But why did you have to cut her up so bad? I knew she had to die, but not like that.
No, she didn't. But I enjoyed it. And so did you, didn't you? You enjoyed splitting her skull and the smell of her blood, admit it.
No.
Johnny! No secrets between brothers. Say it!
Who is it?
My name's Carlo Ross. I'm from the Fairfax Tribune. I just wanted to speak with you for a minute.
Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Just a minute. Go ahead. We'll need to be quick. We go on in a minute.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to check in and let you know I'll be photographing your performance tonight from the audience. I didn't know if you had any preference on how I shoot it tonight.
I trust your judgment to do its best. Was that it?
There is one other thing.
What is it? Hurry up.
I know this is going to sound weird, but I think you're in danger.
Why?
Well, this is you, isn't it? These three people, Reverend Caliano, Bellow B, and Yvonne Sidici, have all been killed. I think by this man, Dr. Malvagio. Now, the first three had Roman numerals tattooed on their wrists. Caliano had a 1, Belize had a 2, Sidici had a 3. Do you mind if I ask what you have on yours?
I hate to disappoint you, but I bear no such mark, and I'm at a loss for words. I don't know anyone in that photograph. I think we need to discuss its authenticity, and I would like very much to talk to you about it later, maybe after the show.
Yeah, okay. When should I come back?
I'll come get you.
Okay. Good luck.
Five minutes, babe.
Come poderosa.
Uno da una padre colpisce con la sua auto.
Perché non farlo?
Non poteva tendere a bere un tratto più pulistato.
Sei ben deliziosa. Ah.
Well?
He said he'll talk to me after the show, but he doesn't have a tattoo.
Well, maybe it's not him.
Maybe.
Come on, let's go on in.
Okay.
Are these guys any good?
Good. They're great. Yeah.
Are you two fighting again?
What the fuck are you doing here, man?
Hey, calm the fuck down. You called me, remember?
Did you get the shit?
Of course, I laid it right there on the table for you. That's better. You know, Johnny, sometimes you really freak me out when your ass are off. You realize that, don't you?
You shouldn't have come here. There's some guy from the Tribune here, and he knows everything.
He knows? What do you mean he knows?
He's got the photo of Dr. Malvagio shot. He knows about the tattoos on Yvonne and everything else. All the rest, he knows everything.
Is that all?
Isn't that enough?
Tip of the iceberg, really. I'm sure you can bullshit him down a blind alley.
But I don't want to. I want to tell him about Yvonne and the rest. I wanted to tell him everything. But I know as soon as I bring him back, Astaroth's gonna make me kill him.
How long before he returns?
I don't know. I gotta search straight for...
Johnny? Hey, Johnny! How long before he returns?
Told him I'd get him, but counting is tired and I don't want to sleep. What was that?
You should have asked that beforehand.
Oh shit, you hear from me?
No, Johnny. I'm not here for you. See? That wasn't so hard. Aw, do you miss your baby brother? Here, have him back!
Should have been back by now. I'll check on her.
I'll be right here.
Full this week? Shit. craziest autopsy I dealt with was a ballistics case. Suicide. Guy actually shot himself 3 times in the head with a 12-gauge shotgun. Sawed off, too.
3 times?
Mr. Ross, when I told you not to leave town, it was because I wanted to see you again. But it was not my intent to see you again so soon.
As far as I could tell, he had it up to his mouth. And then he pulls the trigger, but for some reason, whether he sneezed or chickened out or whatever it was, that shell goes straight off the right side of his face, takes his ear clean off.
That's on assignment.
I'm aware. I spoke to your boss, Mr. Martino, and he confirmed that.
So he pumps the shotgun and puts it back to the roof of his mouth. And this time he blows off the left side. And so when he shoots off the other side, his jaw's just hanging there.
I also spoke with your girlfriend. She gave us a description of the man she saw leaving. Pale, greasy hair, leather coat. But you didn't see him.
No.
So this poor son of a bitch actually has to go ahead and reload the shotgun. And the whole time he's bleeding, crying in pain, but still he manages to put that 3rd shell down into the gun.
And I suppose you have nothing to add.
Well, he pulls the trigger with his toe and brains all over the place. Biggest fucking mess you ever did see, but I was fucking impressed.
3rd time's a charm.
Oh. That's good. You know, I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Fucking suicides.
Well, that being the case, I won't keep you any longer. You're free to go. Oh, and Mr. Ross, based on the last 24 hours, I hope you'll forgive me for saying this. Should your newspaper send you to take a photo of me, respectfully decline. I value my health.
Why don't you take a picture of Johnny over here? It'll last longer. Oh, ooh. Jeez. Somebody needs to work on their sense of humor.
Say, Chief, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't his girlfriend seem a little familiar to you?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. I'm sure you boys can tidy up this mess without me. I'm going for a stroll.
Huh. What's he up to?
I don't know.
He was there in the shadows.
Who?
That man you're chasing, Malvagio. Carlo, that man in the photo killed Johnny Doublespeak.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to Johnny after the show. I guess that's why he was killed. Malvagio must know we're onto him and getting closer to the truth.
The truth? I lied for you, Carlo. I didn't tell the policeman about the photograph. What if it means that next time it's not one of the people in the photograph? What if the next person who ends up being killed is you?
It won't be. Everything will be alright, okay?
You didn't see Malvagio. I did. It was only for just a split second, but he looked as if he's going to win. It's like he's in control, and we're all just pieces on his chessboard.
But if he wins, then that's the end of the world.
Well, if that's true, I want you right here by my side. Not running in the streets looking for some ghoul's shadow. I lied to the police once for you, so they wouldn't take you away. Don't run off again.
I know, it's just I'm so in over my head, I don't know what to do.
Well, ask my father. He'll know what to do.
Okay.
Hello? Yes? Oh, hi, Mr. Tanner. Are you looking for Julia? What about? Oh, yeah, when? Now? Yeah, that would be fine. I need to speak with you anyway. Would you like me to bring Julia? Okay, I can be over in a little bit. Bye. How's your father? He wants to talk to me. He asked that I come alone.
Why would he say that?
I don't know, but I better go. Just stay here and I'll be back.
Be careful.
Carlo, I'd like to introduce you to an old friend of mine, former coworker, Don Scarlatti.
I believe we've met.
I think he already knows that.
Why, Carlo?
It started out as a story idea, then it just became...
An obsession. I warned you about obsession, didn't I? And I also warned you about losing my trust.
Mr. Tanner, I swear I was just about to tell you.
Carlo, I don't know if you value my approval of you dating my daughter or not. And I realize that it's an antiquated request in this day and age. But if you do, then I request you give all the information you have to Don now.
So much for fingerprints.
I'm sorry, I just wanted a break for once.
It's exactly that kind of thinking that makes me hate reporters.
Ah, the photographer wants to be a reporter, eh? Well, selling your morals short is a good start. Is that our man from the bar?
Yes, and the man in the center is Dr. Malvagio. He's the one that Julia thought she saw outside of the bar.
Beyond this photograph, what's the connection that holds them together?
They're his victims, I think.
That doesn't make any sense. He wasn't at the bar, was he?
No, I guess it doesn't.
We can play guessing games all night. But what we need to do right now is go after our killer from the bar. If he off Johnny doublespeak, then it only makes sense he may have killed the other three. That means the last man in the photograph may be next. And damn, doesn't he look familiar.
Now that you mention it, he does.
Dante.
Who?
The psychiatrist from the Don Perry trial.
That's it. Wasn't he the one who got him off in the insanity plea and he got away with it?
That's the one. Where's your phone book?
Here it is, Donovan Dante, 1322 Reclaw Drive.
Let's go.
I'm coming with you.
Are you out of your mind? This is not your business.
Like it's his?
Watch it, Carlo. You're really starting to try my patience.
Yeah, well, mine is gone. Steal my hard work and call it yours? That's how a reporter behaves. I've been invested in this since the very beginning. You wouldn't have that photograph if I hadn't followed the leads you overlooked. I just have to know where it's going to end. I need to know.
Have you forgotten my warning about obsession?
Yeah, I have. All I remember is you telling me about how terrible it feels to be filled with the regret of leaving something unfinished.
All right. If you want your ending, let's go. We're taking my car.
Open up, Doc.
Do I know you?
Don't play games, Doc.
You know, I can get you a glass if you would like.
Sit down, Doc. I'm trying to be nice. Doublespeak's dead. Just 2 left. 5 and 6. Doesn't take a genius to see how this is going to play out.
I'm sorry, is there some form of line of reasoning I should be following here?
Oh, come off it, Doc. You take me for some kind of moron. No, you and I have went down very separate paths, but the destination was the same. Your path lies with books, and while that may teach you about how the world works, it's not the same as learning from experience, Doc. Growing up in the gutter not only sharpens your wits, but it hones your survival skills. Helps you see further down the path than anybody else. See, I knew something was up the day Malvagio came to me and told me to kill Doublespeak. While I was cutting up that twisted little freak's twin brother, he spilled his guts to me by killing Yvonne. And the whole thing became crystal clear. I'm your second, ain't I?
Now, assuming that's true, I really don't see the logic of you even coming here.
I'm here because I don't want to spend the rest of my life looking over my shoulder. You got me, Doc?
Yes, I follow.
Good. Consider this your first lesson in street smarts.
Street smarts. May I?
The fuck is that?
Ah, the weapon of the civilized world, which is something you didn't learn anything about in the sewer. Where's the elegance in a knife? Now this, it's a simple flick of my wrist, and I've signed away your sanity. Sure, you'll yell and scream and tell the story of our relationship, but we all know that there's not a judge or a doctor in the world who's going to believe some druggy sewer rat like you over someone like me. Now, before we continue with this threatening, let's learn a lesson. What will your street smarts do for you when you're locked away in a padded cell for the rest of your natural life?
Oh, I don't know, Doc. What good is it gonna do when I cut your fucking head off? Don't give me that pen is mightier than the sword bullshit. Jesus Christ, Doc, you're crazier than the loonies in your loony bin. What are you... What the fuck, Doc? What the fuck?
Shut up. Now look, I've worked in a psychiatric hospital for 18 years. Do you honestly think I'm incapable of disarming a mad lunatic with a weapon?
I can't move, you fucking asshole! I can't move!
I'm well aware of that. Actually, it's quite easy to paralyze a man. All you have to do is sever the nerves right between vertebrae C5 and C6, and voila, as limp as lettuce. Wait a minute, but that's book smart, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Now, if you knew you were next, why didn't you run for it? It was crazy to come here. Now, honestly, crazy probably worked with Doublespeak, but it's not going to work with me. You see, society pays me to deal with crazy. To lock it up, to shock it, to cut out pieces of its brain, and then to drug it into submission. And you know what? I think on that note, I'm going to do that to you.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
You like drugs, don't you? Wait, you're a dealer. Of course you do.
What's that?
Oh, this is haloperidol. It's an antipsychotic, and quite an effective one at that. You know, a cc of this contains about 15 milligrams of pure bliss. One cc, and you're as calm as a summer sea. 3 cc's, And you'll nap in a way that'll make Rip Van Winkle seem like an insomniac. Now for you, personally, I think 40 cc's will do the trick.
Wait, Doc! I'll give you whatever you want. Just please don't do this. Cash, pills, pussy, anything! We can talk about this!
Oh, I'm sorry. The time for that is past.
Help! Help somebody, anybody, please help me!
Who's supposed to help you? I'm sure no one knows you're here.
Help me!
Professor Dante, is that you?
Help! He's gonna kill me! I'm in here!
I can't believe this.
Help! Somebody help!
Stop him! Shit, he's going into cardiac arrest.
I'll call an ambulance.
No, wait, hold him.
4, 3, 2, 1. Good.
Explain.
You know, I could just let you guys take me in, and I'll lawyer up, plead the fifth, and you guys will be guessing for months and months and months. But now that Manx is dead, and seeing how this makes Checkmate, pardon me if I gloat.
Checkmate? How is this checkmate?
You need 7 sacrifices, not 5.
Well, that's true, but you're too late for the last 2. Malvagio's won.
Where is this Malvagio?
What does that matter? Malvagio hasn't done anything wrong, and he hasn't harmed anyone. I mean, I killed Manx. You saw that with your own eyes. Number 6 killed number 5. And I'm sure you got here because you trailed Manx after he killed Johnny Doublespeak. 5 killed 4.
That would mean that Reverend Kaelin was killed by Bellow.
Well, glad you can follow a simple pattern.
But why?
Desire. We all strive for greatness in life. The way we do it is the only variable. Come on, be honest. Have you ever put aside your morals and ethics just at the chance of getting ahead? Of course you have. So did we. And that's what Malvagio sensed in all of us. He was the catalyst that springboarded the 6 of us into action. A simple sacrifice, and we were in the good hands of Satan himself. In exchange, we got what we wanted. Not fame or fortune necessarily, just a leg up.
You're telling me it worked?
Yeah. Who had ever heard of Reverend Kaelin or Ivan Sidici or the others just 2 years ago? Yeah, exactly. Malvagio delivered.
What about lucky boy number 5 there? He wasn't exactly making headlines.
Don't know. Don't care. But obviously he got something out of it, or he wouldn't have killed Doublespeak.
Killing each other was part of the plan, wasn't it?
Each of us killed one, and our desires were satiated. But Malvagio made it clear that power would be fleeting. So it would take a second sacrifice by the individual to make the change permanent. I'll see you in time, he said, and then you'll know who your other will be.
Who was your first?
Turn back the clock 2 years and read the headlines. You know, at first, I really didn't think I could do it. But then we performed the ritual, and I could swear to you I felt something tactile leave my body as her life left hers. And that void was filled with such a warmth. Oh, and that's when I realized that what I was doing to her was, well, acceptable.
So you were duped and you were set up to be a sacrifice. I thought you were the wise man.
6 fools you seek, 6 fools you find. They say the devil is the greatest deceiver of them all, and honestly, I don't have any shame being beaten by the best.
You know the ritual.
Oh yes. I was wise enough to figure out Malvagio was up to something. About a year ago, I tracked it down and figured out the rest of his plan.
If you knew you were tricked and that you were a sacrifice, why kill 5? That makes you next.
Oh, you're missing the bigger picture. Look at what Malvagio has accomplished. He's executed the most convoluted plan in recorded history without the slightest deviation of human error. And all from the shadows. And think of all the countless ways it could have gone wrong by now. How do you not appreciate it? Now, I'm a little skeptical that the gates of hell will actually open up when the seventh is dead and buried. But damned if I don't appreciate that the ritual has been followed to the letter until now. Who am I to refuse to participate, even though I know too well I've been duped?
You're mad.
Mad? I may be. But in my line of work, I've come to conclude that the line between pure brilliance and pure insanity is a blurred one at best. And let's face it, this proves that Malvagio is the maddest of them all.
I'm just gonna ask you one more time. Where is this Malvagio?
I don't know. You're the detective. What's missing from the scene?
7. Who's 7?
Bravo! Oh, if I had to guess, the Virgin Pure is already in good hands by this juncture. Who that is beyond my ken. I am sure that Malvagio already has number 7 marked. He's just biding his time.
Julia.
What?
Julia. She saw Malvagio outside the bar 2 hours ago, staring at her from the shadows.
Where's your phone? Where's your phone? Tell me!
He's gone.
I'll tear this house apart.
I'm calling for backup.
Dial your house.
It's ringing. Hello. Julia. Julia. Malvagio.
Very good, very good. If you seek your Virgin Pure, you're too late. She's in good hands now.
Where is she? Tell me.
Where things first began, where the ritual and the photograph were laid to rest.
Listen here, you satanic son of a bitch. We've got number 6. You can't kill her yet, because he's not dead. You hear me? You can't kill her yet!
But I didn't need to wait long. 5 fools gone. The 6th doesn't need the guidance of my hand, but the 6th guides himself. Or have you forgotten? Martyrdom for the light.
Stop!
Martyrdom for the light.
Tell me you know where she is.
The house. The house by the cemetery.
Oh my god. Wait here. I'm calling for backup.
We're leaving now. Open the glove box. Give me what's inside.
Jesus, is this thing loaded?
It better be. Carlo, you really screwed up this time, you know? I told you to stay out of this, and look where we are now.
Malvagio can't do anything. He's got it wrong.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Julia, sir, me and her, we...
Jesus Christ, Carlo. She's 24 years old. You think I don't know?
Do you think it matters to that madman? Where the hell is this place? Malvagio, stop!
6 fools I sought, 6 fools I found, 6 now buried underground. Their souls rot in hell, not in heaven, soon to be joined. My sacrifice settled.
Malvagio, stop! You're wrong. If you kill her now, everything you've done will go to waste. She's not a virgin. Listen to me, stop!
All loyalty to God I do remiss, as I turn the key to the fiery abyss. Ave Satane, Rege Satane, Hail Satan!
No! Malvagio, stop! Julia!
What is it? What's wrong?
Margaret was right. Crazed, confused, bring sacrifice, God. Refuting the truth, redeeming the past. His victims shall be one free from sin.
What does that matter? Malvagio hasn't done anything wrong, and he hasn't harmed
For my
you.
earthly reign to begin. A virgin pure is sacrificed. Bring this forth.
Some time ago, so far back that I can no longer remember when, the gates of hell opened up. When that happened, evil flooded out of that crack in the earth and changed this city forever. The funny thing is, that very few people noticed the difference. Most of them changed. They simply woke up to find that the dark id they once fought to bury under a facade of civility was now their entire being, and they thought nothing of it. Those few who didn't fled for greener pastures. That is, if such places exist. Only I stayed behind. I stayed behind because I figured out how the system works. You see, the god of this world has his own perverse agenda. The Germans call it Schadenfreude. He takes pleasure in the misfortune of others and watching the characters he's created kill one another for, as far as I can tell, sheer entertainment. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to entertain him like no player of his ever has before. And perhaps, if he's truly appeased, I will get to meet him face to face. I hope this because if I ever did get to meet him, I would blow his fucking brains out as retribution for putting me in this shithole of a world. This is the goal that drives every decision that I make. But until that day comes, I will have to settle on keeping company with the devil.
Be mindful, gentlemen. While I don't expect Boss Sledge and his men to start shooting tonight, as you and I both know, he's an irrational and unpredictable man.
All right, buddy. You got 2 fucking minutes to let me know why you brought my ass down to this shitty part of town.
Easy, Brad, easy. Hey, Jimmy.
Well, it should be clear to you now, Boss Sledge. Let me be very frank with you. The terms of our arrangement have changed.
You 2 guys working together, tag team on me? Fuck it, I want to see that.
Oh, you will see. Make no mistake, you will see. Because if your ass isn't out of town in 72 hours, I'm gonna unleash my boys. And believe you me, it ain't gonna be pretty.
Are we clear?
You're kidding, right? You fucking freaks. You want war? Bring it on!
He thinks we're not good enough to be in his movie.